Now for the starting 11 for the Birmingham Hammers. Goalkeeper, number 15, Luke Wilson. Defender, number 20, Chandler Stroop. Defender, number 5, Ben Casera. Defender, number 4, Matthew Laurent. Defender, number 3, Jordan Sinclair. Midfielder, number 13, Alex Masbrook. Midfielder, number 27, Lars Williams. Midfielder, number 10, Eddie Chapp. Forward, number 17, Jacob Farthing. Forward, number 9, Tyler Savitsky. Forward, number 16, Oliver Drachenhammer. The Hammers are head coached by Matthew Thorne. The assistant coach is Jeremy McLean. And now the starting 11 for your Tormenta FC. Goalkeeper, number 28, Pablo Hara. Defender, number 14, Connor Andrew. Defender, number 15, Joshua Phelps. Defender, number 18, Callum Chapman-Page. Defender, number 44, Io Sosa. Midfielder, number 27, Tony Soler. Midfielder, 23, Marco Micheletto. Midfielder, number 8, Alvaro Archie. Forward, number 11, Mikey Rowe. Forward, number 7, Jordan Walshaw. And forward, number 21, Jad Arslan. Tormenta FC is head coached by John Miller-Racy. Assistant coaches are George Gonzalez, John Cott, and Kari Spencer. Tonight's head referee is Remy Ayasa. The assistant referee is Chris McCorkle, and the other assistant referee is Ustan Bardock. The fourth referee tonight is Steve Mott. Fans, please stand if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem singer is Miss Emma.
Welcome to a soccer Saturday night at Irk Russell Park. Tormenta FC gets set for another home contest as they are hosting the Birmingham Hammers. And we welcome you into our state-of-the-art studio here on the campus of Georgia Southern University alongside Tormenta's midfielder Jared Odenbeck. I'm Drew Felios. Tormenta at 6-0-1, coming in with 19 points. They'll take on Birmingham tonight. Tormenta playing tremendous so far this season, Jared.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great start to the season, and now you're getting into crunch time as we head towards the postseason. Birmingham's going to be a great test tonight, Drew.
Yeah, Birmingham, a team that comes in with 3 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. This is a very blue-collar, hard-working team. They don't light up the stat sheet, but they can certainly be productive.
Yeah, and they can definitely hurt you with the front 3 players. The players have a lot of pace that are going to test the Tormenta back line tonight.
Yeah, certainly going to be interesting. Okay, for Tormenta FC, one of the big stories, head coach John Miller-Racy is not going to be on the pitch tonight with his team. Coach Miller-Racy has a rare form of vasculitis. He is being treated right now in a South Carolina hospital. Coach Miller-Racy, we are all thinking about you. The entire team is as well, and it's been certainly a very interesting and emotional week for Tormenta.
Yeah, it's obviously been difficult to be without the head coach, but pros have to find a way to get beyond that, and Coach Gonzalez is very capable as well tonight.
All right. Coach Miller-Racy is certainly going to be watching throughout the next few hours. Now, let's get a look at the starting 11 on both sides. Tormenta FC goes with their familiar lineup tonight. Jordan Walshaw is playing tremendous. So is Jad Arslan. And how about the return of Marco Micheletto tonight? He has missed the last 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be huge for setting the tempo in the midfield tonight alongside Soler. He'll be the guy looking to push forward and contribute into the attack.
Pablo Hara has been sensational this year. 5 clean sheets for Tormenta, and some of the cast of characters off the bench. Yaya Cisse is electricity. Number 4, whenever he comes in that reserve role. So is Michael Meekum. And Kedu Kusadis, we're also going to watch a player profile on him later on at halftime. So those are the Tormenta players that we'll be watching. And for Birmingham, the Hammers, they are led by their top goal scorer, Tyler Savitsky. He wears number 9. He's got 3 goals. Keep an eye also on Matthew Laurent, number 4, who can also light it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Savitsky out of Cal Poly had an interesting offseason on trial with a few USL clubs, and definitely capable of getting forward and contributing in the attack for Birmingham.
All right, talked about Pablo Jara for Tormenta. How about the 5 clean sheets? Defensively, he has been one of the biggest reasons, along with the back line, that Tormenta FC has had so much success.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're going to keep things clean at the back, then you can't lose games. That's the important thing for Tormenta moving forward for the last stretch of the season. Can't lose, need to cement a position in the postseason.
All right, a big welcome back tonight, as I stated moments ago, for Marco Micheletto. He brings so much to the field. He's a scorer. He can distribute as well. Tremendous fundamentals. Talk about his intangibles, what he brings to the pitch.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of ability coming from the middle of the park. He can really do it all. He can shoot, he can pass, he can dribble, and more than that, I think he sets the tempo with Tony Soler a lot in the middle of the park. Very key player for Tormenta.
All right, tonight's the 8th PDL contest for Tormenta FC, their 10th game overall if you factor in Open Cup play. Marco Micheletto, one of the superstars, played for Reading last year, also spent some time in Charlotte, 2016. 3 goals he brings into tonight. He is rested, had a little bit of the quad issue, but feels like he is 100% as he gets ready to transfer to Akron University in the fall. So Birmingham will move from left to right, wearing the red and black. Tormenta with the all-familiar magenta. Also want to mention some of the other Tormenta players, guys like Ayo Sosu, who gets another start tonight along the back line for Tormenta FC. Josh Phelps as well. Those 2 household names for Tormenta FC. And then also Tony Soler. If you had to name an MVP for this Tormenta team, he could easily, Jared, be a candidate.
Yeah, without a doubt. And he's one of the most influential players in the team in terms of the style that Tormenta like to play. He can do it all in terms of building out of the back and really help connect that back 4 into the attack.
Tormenta defeated Memphis at Memphis last Saturday. Relatively easy 2-0 victory. Another clean sheet for this group. And one of the big reasons why they are the buzz of the PDL right now. Tormenta FC having a great year. Now, you should see immediately how the ball is skirting across the pitch. Some of the water that is coming up. This area was hammered by rains earlier today, and I got to ask you, Jared, because you've played in conditions like this, how is that going to affect this pitch and play on the field tonight?
Well, I think it really depends on what position you play. If you're center back or one of the guys in that back 4, you really have to be switched on and have a lot of concentration. If you're one of the attacking players, it might give you an extra chance that you might not have gotten anyway. So, but really, just all players on the pitch have to be concentrated tonight, stay on top of their footwork, and be sharp with their touch.
Ayo Sosu now with the touch. Will the ball move slower, a little heavier throughout the night, would you say, with the water still settling?
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's some spots out there that could be a little bit heavy. Other than that, maybe through the middle of the park, the ball will zip around nice and smooth. But definitely some spots to watch out for, especially near the touch lines on each side.
Jordan Sinclair, the University of Mobile, will throw it in for Birmingham. Hammers with wins over Mississippi. Keep in mind, that's the top team in the conference right now with 20 points, one better than Tormenta FC. Also SC United and Tri-Cities defeating them on Wednesday by a score of 1-0. Birmingham team, a very confident group. Chance to talk to their head coach, Matty Thorne, also assistant coach Jeremy McLean before the match. They know what they are up against here tonight. Tormenta FC not only playing tremendous soccer, but they are really, really good at home. Here's Marco Micheletto. And now Ayo Sosu settling for Tormenta. Mikey Rowe also in the starting lineup tonight. Ball sent forward. And now Willems tries to pick it up for Tormenta. Winds up at the feet of Tony Soler. Soler so crafty with it. Soler working once more. Back to Ayo Sosu, near side. Josh Phelps changes direction. Tormenta showing some patience here in the opening minutes. Now starting to move forward. Inside the 18. Left-footed blast was deflected.
Yeah, one of the things we're seeing so far from Tormenta, Drew, is a lot of interchange between the attacking players. Mikey Rowe, his starting position is out in left midfield, but we've already seen him drift inside a number of times. And just there we saw Connor Antley getting forward, Jad Arslan coming inside to allow him to move into a more advanced position.
There you see Connor Antley, wearing number 14 tonight. Antley, a very tough defender. And as we've got the first set piece, and Mikey Rowe is on top of it for Tormenta FC. Tony Soler as well to put this one in motion. World Cup fever continues across the world. As Tormenta will put it in the hands of Soler. Tony Soler, the good ball, and it's inside the 6. Tormenta out of the gates, puts one into the back of the net, and it's 1-0. It was Jordan Walshaw off the rebound.
Yeah, good delivery here into the box from Soler. A little dummy from Mikey Rowe. Looks like it's a flick on there from Chapman Page. Ball bounces around, and Walshaw just instinctive in the right place at the right time. Great start for Tormenta. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
For the second straight match, Jordan Walshaw has a goal. He scored last week against Memphis. Remember, he played with SC United last year. Has really found a home with Tormenta FC. He is a force up top, and Tormenta get a goal in the 5th minute, and already they're rolling.
Yeah, exact same thing as last home game, Drew, that we saw. Another set piece again. Mikey Rowe over the ball, but this time Soler delivering a great ball into the box. And sometimes in these kinds of conditions, it's just all about putting yourself in the right spots to maybe get on the end of something. That's what we saw from Walshaw there.
First foul called on Tormenta. Marco Micheletto. Jacob Farthing. Can't collect it. Now Alvaro Arce, midfielder from Spain. Really adjusted well to his life as a Tormenta FC member. Alvaro had never been to the United States. He's come in and really taken the reins of his midfield spot. I will say, Jared, also for the pitch being as wet as it is and as slow, the movement for Tormenta is just outstanding here in the opening minutes as the save by Teal. Tormenta once again threatening.
Yeah, that's one of the important things that we're going to have to see in this game. Birmingham are going to play in a 4-2-3-1, and their two defensive midfielders are going to sit next to each other and try to take away a lot of those spaces Tormenta likes to play in and around the top of that 18-yard box. So a lot of interchange of players and movement in those key areas is going to be unlocking that Birmingham defense.
Goalie James Teal for Birmingham plays at UAB, Alabama Birmingham. And already he is dirty early in this contest. Connor Antley sending it back. There's Callum Chapman Page. Had a goal last time we were here at Irk Russell Park. Ayu Sosu now for Tormenta. Jared, whenever you're taking the pitch here at home on a Saturday night, you come out, you score a goal in the 5th minute. How much does that do for your psyche in an all-important game like this?
I think it does a lot. I mean, it definitely gets you off into a good start and takes a little bit of sting out of the game. But I think these next 5 or 10 minutes are going to be really critical for Tormenta in terms of really cementing their superiority over this Birmingham team. They need to get the ball down and play and try to knock it around and really just takes any steam out of Birmingham they might have.
Another long shot. Alvaro Arce pressing now at the top of the box.
You just mentioned Arce pressing there. that's going to be really key once the ball turns over, because Birmingham are a team that once they get possession of the ball, they look to spring quick attacks. They've got some dangerous players in those front three that have a lot of pace in behind, and if Tormenta aren't switched on right away, Birmingham could definitely exploit that. It's important for Josh Phelps and Callum Chapman-Page to be organizing the guys in front of them in transition moments.
Ayososu now, quick-footed, sends it back to Tony Soler. 3 games in 8 days for Tormenta FC. On Wednesday, they'll head to Savannah, Georgia for a contest there at Calvary Day School Stadium. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then back here again 1 week from tonight. Here's Jordan Walshaw again. Sosu's open, slides it back to him. Ayo now resets. Tony Soler being held from behind, still managed to get it to Sosu, and a great 1-2 there. Ayo Sosu attacking now. Ball comes off his foot, and Birmingham takes over possession. Still good control, good patience, and distribution by Tormenta FC here early. Antley, Mikey Rowe. Rowe's family in attendance here tonight. Connor Antley. Ball's got some air under it. Shot and sliding to make the save is James Teal. Tormenta really making that Birmingham defense work.
Yeah, this is how Tormenta really want to start the game. So far, Birmingham really haven't been able to get on the ball at all and really establish any kind of rhythm, and the whole game has been played in Birmingham's defensive half, which is exactly what Tormenta want.
Great to have you with us tonight. Drew Felios and Jarrett Odenbach here at the Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center. Also our fabulous crew. You see the cameras on the field and our great folks here in the control room as well. Tormenta FC with a 1-0 lead over the Birmingham Hammers. Goal in the 5th minute by Jordan Walshaw. Right now is the difference. On a wet field, Tormenta looking very crisp right now. Soler heads it forward. Lost it though. And now Birmingham attacking the other way. Well, right there, that is well played by Josh Phelps. Sosu sliding as you see the water come up. Masbrook now for Birmingham. Jordan Sinclair. Sinclair, Scottish descent from the University of Mobile. We'll have a throw-in on the far side. Again, mentioning the field conditions, can kind of sense how, I think Birmingham a little bit surprised at how well Tormenta is managing even with these field conditions, and just how crisp the passing is and how deep their runs are going right now.
Yeah, Tormenta's really set the tempo of this game, and I think Birmingham's really coming off second best at the moment. A little bit of a frustration foul there from Birmingham. But really, first 10 minutes or so from Tormenta is exactly what you want to see. They're controlling the game. They're dictating where the balls are being played. Back four's been organized so far and haven't really had a whole lot to deal with.
Had a chance to talk to Jorge Gonzalez, who is the head coach tonight, in place for John Milleresi, who continues to get well. And a South Carolina hospital. Coach Milleresi, again, we're thinking about you, but Coach Gonzalez really talked about, Jared, how the attitude off the field has been such a difference with Tormenta this season. Almost feels like a brotherhood. Guys playing for each other, and this team has come together so nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great blend of characters, and I think more than anything, the team tries to keep it light off the field as much as possible. Training's always a really high intensity, and sometimes it's just being able to decompress and just enjoy being around each other off the field and really getting to know everyone's personality in the team, because that helps you understand how a person plays more than anything.
Some of the big keys tonight for Tormenta, of course, staying organized, staying disciplined, playing off of pressure, and the ability to move side to side. They've showed all of those qualities here so far. Connor Antley hammers this one down the pitch, and now Tormenta will toss it in. Connor Antley throws it in for Tormenta. Again, 1-0 is the score off a Jordan Walshaw goal. Sosu touches ahead to Mikey Rowe. Tony Soler. Soler so smooth in the midfield. Gives this one a ride. Service comes in. And a nice catch as James Teal went up to get it. Get the feel that Birmingham trying to just gain possession, slow things down, get as many touches as possible, and sort of get back in their flow. You see that?
Yeah, I think Birmingham is trying to get a feel for the game right now. They're trying to figure out where there's going to be space to play because they haven't really had the ball a whole lot yet. And you see a ball in behind here to Tess Phelps, 2v1 here. But yeah, I think sometimes when you're just weathering the storm for a bit, you're just trying to survive those first 10 or 15 if you don't have the ball a lot. And from there, it's really trying to find what kind of spaces and what kind of combinations you can play in the rest of the game. And I think Tormenta should really come out and high press in this next bit to really keep making Birmingham uncomfortable.
Chandler Stroop to throw it in for the Hammers. Long throw here, trying to create some havoc, and look like offsides, I believe, or did we have a hold in the box?
Looked like they have a hold or a push in the back. That long throw is really just like another set-piece opportunity, Drew. If they can continue to get some of those big center backs forward, it can be really dangerous in the box. So it's something Tormenta are going to have to keep in mind when they're defending in their own half.
Certainly a weapon. Connor Antley to throw it in now for Tormenta FC. Mentioned World Cup fever going on throughout the world. Alvaro Arce, plenty of space to work with now for Tormenta. Micheletto switches the point of attack. Tormenta now attacking from the right side. Oh, tremendous move by Antley. Goes long with this one. Ayo Sosu keeps it in bounds. Sosu with the cross. Jad Arslan comes over to play it for Tormenta. Mikey Rowe as well. Tormenta staying with it. Alvaro Arce switches direction. Great job of keeping possession by the home team. Sosu gets taken out. The ball gets hammered out of bounds.
Yeah, good patience from Tormenta there. I thought Micheletto's ball out wide was a little bit forced. It's always a ball that looks really good, but Sosu's a little bit isolated there, and when you have to take that ball out of the air with a guy pressing you, it can be difficult at times. I think it's a bit more on to just play and keep things simple, but Tormenta are able to press high and win the ball straight away in moments like that, and then be patient and then create things in the final third. It's going to be a long night for Birmingham.
Mentioned World Cup fever, Jared. What's your favorite moment so far in this World Cup?
Might be a hard press, to be honest, to beat the free kick from Tony Kroos today. That was a super finish.
Tormenta now with some numbers. Rowe taken down, and that's a late tackle.
To be honest, I'm heartbroken for Sweden, but that was just an undeniable moment of quality. So Germany really well deserved in that game.
I like Cristiano Ronaldo. First few days of competition. Tremendous performance, the hat trick.
Yeah, a hat trick against Spain. That's been out of my mind because there's been so much action going on, but unbelievable individual performance as well. And we've seen teams like Croatia 3-0 against Argentina the other day, and definitely a lot of drama early on, even in the group stage.
Another set piece coming up for Tormenta FC. They scored their first goal off a set piece, and a rebound shot by Jordan Walshaw. See the wall formed by the Hammers. Mikey Rowe gives this one a blast, and it's just over the crossbar. See James Teal, the goalkeeper for Birmingham. He is a tall drink of water here tonight. Going to be tough to get it over him. Height certainly works in your favor when you're the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Tormenta have to be thinking about that when balls get into wide areas. If you're looking to swing balls into the box, they've got to be in the right spots, or else he's just going to eat them up all night long.
The other side, Pablo Hada doesn't really have that size to his advantage, but still has managed to be probably one of the better keepers in the entire PDL this year. What do you think his best characteristic is? Is it reaction, athleticism, judgment? What do you think has made him so good?
Well, I just think it's his intensity and the quality of his concentration. I think when you're a goalkeeper, you can never afford to be switched off, even in moments like this when Tormenta have the ball and they're dominating possession. You still have to be organizing the guys in front of you and trying to anticipate any kind of counterattacks. Your job as a goalkeeper is, in these moments, more or less to have other players really put out fires for you. And obviously he has the attributes of any goalkeeper with his reactions, and he's got great feet as well, but just his ability to stay switched on for an entire 90 minutes without one lapse in concentration, I think is fantastic.
Jacob Farthing for Birmingham, sliding all over the pitch. Farthing's got 2 goals this year, have not really called his name so far in this first half. Alvaro Arce, meanwhile, very involved for Tormenta FC. Here's Marco Micheletto, posting up just outside the 18. Hammer's able to take it away. There's Connor Antley. And the official's going to step right in and make a call there.
And we're starting to see a little bit the moments where Birmingham can hurt you. Winning the ball off Micheletto there and then looking to spring straight away. They're not looking to really establish possession or get a rhythm, but they're just looking to go straight to goal right when they win the ball, and those are the things Tormenta have to be switched on to.
Pablo Hada has not been tested so far for Tormenta FC. Jordan Sinclair is on top of it for Birmingham. Ball immediately gets hammered out. Tormenta has a counter opportunity now with numbers. Here comes Alvaro Arce. Jordan Walshaw switches directions with the shot off the fingertips and in. Or is it offsides? It will be offsides. Jad Arslan. Oh, looks like he had a Tormenta goal. It's going to be waved off.
Now, it should have been a clear-cut goal. I thought the pass from Arce was a little bit behind Walshaw, just took a little bit of pace out of the attack. I think a better ball there might have been to go to Arslan's side where he can come onto his right foot and get a shot away easier than Walshaw. But those are the moments that you really want to take advantage of. 3-on-1, just about every time it's got to be the ball in the back of the net. Might be an opportunity that Tormenta look back on.
So an opportunity lost for Tormenta FC. Could have and should have been their second goal of the night. Instead, wave it off. Certainly going to be many opportunities in this game. The way it's going right now, the tempo clearly in favor of the home team. Mikey Rowe sends it back. Tony Soler plays it to Ayo Sosu. Now Micheletto. Oh, they're so happy to have him back in the 11 tonight. Jordan Walshaw again. He's been a force, scoring the only goal. Soler moving forward. Sosu. Tiptoeing along the touchline. Now approaching the 18. Sosu in complete control. And now it's Soler again. Tormenta dominating possession right now in the 25th minute. Ball nearly gets away there. Antley going to try and send this one in. And it'll be a throw-in for Tormenta at the top of your screen. Let me ask you this, Jared. Have you ever seen Tormenta move the ball this crisp so far this season? This has been pretty impressive.
No, I think this has been one of the best sequences of play we've seen from them all season. I think the biggest thing for me is just the patience in the final third.
Soler hammers one, and it finds the back of the net off the deflection. Tormenta FC has taken a 2-0 lead. What a blast from Soler.
Yeah, and he tees it up from a good 30-35 here, and that deflection just totally wrong foots the goalkeeper. No real chance for him, but don't mind seeing Tony Soler shoot from that kind of distance, and he's rewarded in that moment with a goal.
Tony Soler has done everything this season, and now he's got a goal to his credit. Young man out of Spain, one of the returning Tormenta players, outstanding last year in the second half of the season, and this season hit the ground running and just has not looked back. That's just one of those plays, Jared, and I'm sure why you've been taught this since you were playing soccer since adolescence. If you've got an opportunity, take the blast, right? Because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually just speaking about the patience in the final third, but Tony Soler just made me eat my words there. So. But so far for me, I've been pretty disappointed with Birmingham. I think they've come out really flat, and couple that with a great start from Tormenta in this first half, and it's just been one-way traffic so far, Drew.
Couldn't have said it better. Jad Arslan for Tormenta. Quiet thus far. It has been Soler, it's been Walshaw, it's been Alvaro Arce. Micheletto very involved, and Tony Soler blasting one into the back of the net. Right past James Teal, and Tormenta with a 2-0 lead. Hope you're enjoying it tonight on Tormenta TV. Tormenta FC hosting the Birmingham Hammers. I'm Drew Felios with Jared Odenbeck and all the hard workers from the Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center bringing you this great telecast. Tormenta FC has not lost so far this season. 6-0-1, looking for their 7th victory here under the lights at Irk Russell tonight. Ayo Sosu, he'll take the shot. This one's on the ground and loose. Arslan comes over to get it. Fancy footwork from Jad Arslan, entertaining the fans in that VIP section on the far side.
Well done from Callum Chapman-Page and Connor Antley there. One possession and been able to play out. That's exactly the kind of thing you need to do against this Birmingham team.
Amber's trying to get some kind of control here because right now this is turning into a clinic. But just like that, a nice ball slides through, and Hara, the ball just could not clear the post. Otherwise, it would have been 2-1.
Tormenta are really lucky there because they've been caught out without running behind. We talked about it earlier, Drew, with Birmingham really looking to spring players straight away once they win the ball, and that post has kept it a 2-0 game. But that goal could have been a massive momentum swing, and Birmingham might even be able to build on that in the next 5 minutes.
You know, it's just those little lapses, Jared, that sometimes can just turn a match. Times when you may just fall asleep for just a split second, the other team can certainly capitalize, and Birmingham just had their best opportunity of the match for a goal right there. Arslan working quickly. Sinclair takes it away. This is the third Tormenta team, of course, that I've had a chance to cover. Third edition of Tormenta FC. This franchise, of course, beginning play back in 2016. There's a nasty tackle right there. And on the ground is Alvaro Arce. He is really, really hurt. Arce in serious pain right now, and he is going to have to get some help from the medical staff. See if we can maybe take one more look, Jared, at what happens here. This is one of those nasty tackles.
Yeah, nutmeg, and he flies in way late there and over the ball, straight through his shin, and that's a nasty one for sure. Hope he's all right. You got trainer Bill Hall down there taking great care of him.
I think Tony Soler wondering why a yellow card has not been dealt. I think that situation certainly deserves some consideration.
Yeah, certainly nowhere near the ball. Gotta wonder what the referee saw there.
So far, this match has been dominated by Tormenta. Goal in the 5th minute by Jordan Walshaw. Then 20 minutes later, Tony Soler strikes for Tormenta FC. Now with Alvaro Arce down and in serious pain, you have to wonder, will Tormenta have to go to their bench for the first time tonight? So still down is Alvaro Arce. Again, we want to mention Jorge Gonzalez, former assistant coach at Reinhardt University, now assistant coach for Tormenta FC. Taking the place of John Milleracey tonight as Arce slowly comes off the field for Tormenta. And he is going to walk very, very gingerly. Jared, you know what that feels like. And it's not a good feeling. If you've played this game, though, like you have, you've certainly felt it before.
No, definitely, and you never want to see anyone go down like that, but unfortunately it is part of the game, and tackles like that come in all the time. Sometimes nothing severe happens, and we definitely hope that's the case for Arce, but sometimes you come off on the wrong end of it, and it's quite painful, and hopefully it doesn't leave him on the sideline for too long. I think we're going to see Neil Vinyals, number 10, come in here, just a straight swap, more or less, playing more of an advanced role in front of Micheletto and Tony Soler. He's just come into the game now.
So Neil Vinyals, the midfielder, enters. Winthrop product. Also hails from Spain. Neil made some headlines early in the season. He was red carded in that Charleston Battery matchup. Having another good season, though. Playing again for Tormenta. What do you think Tormenta loses without Alvaro Arce? on the pitch for the rest of the way?
Well, I think they lose maybe one of the most creative brains in the whole team, and Neil Vinyals is certainly very capable as well, but I think he's more naturally a player who plays in a role like Marco Micheletto. He's more of a number 8, box-to-box kind of midfielder. I think he'll certainly be capable stepping into this role tonight, but Alvaro Arce is really special in terms of how he sees space, and the timing of his movement is fantastic.
Phelps to Sosu now. Vinyals touches right back to Ayo Sosu. 34th minute. Chapman Page. Tormenta continues to dominate the possession. Chapman Page just kind of slides down. And as you see just how slippy the pitch is here tonight. So tough to get your footing out there. Ball very heavy. See the wet spots. Water coming up.
Yeah, a number of the players opting to not wear studs tonight, and on such a slick surface, I think that's kind of crazy. But you really have to make sure in these conditions that you're staying on top of your feet, not letting your feet get too far outside your body, because it's almost inevitable in certain spots on this pitch that you'll lose your footing.
Again, continue to see the water come up as the ball skips across the pitch. Very slow ball tonight. Tormenta, though, has not looked phased by it whatsoever. They have played some of their best soccer here in this first half. Stroop touches, and now from the right side, here's Willemse. Tormenta running, that far side. Hara is beat, and the ball is on to the right. Does not find a spot in the back of the net, but that looked like it was a goal. And how Birmingham does not have one on the board is a miracle.
Yeah, it could easily be 2-2 right now, and this is what we talked about. We see this service come in just low and hard across the face of the 6. Hara misjudges it a little bit, and that was another golden chance for Birmingham gone missing. Could easily be 2-2 right now, and these are the things we've talked about. Tormenta with a 2-0 lead. You have to stay switched on, stay concentrated at the back, and center backs letting that 16 there just drift off the shoulder, and great chance for him.
It was Oliver Drakenhammer who should have had that goal for the Hammers. Ayo Sosu now goes down. He is shaken up. Jacob Farthing right next to him. Been watching Ayo Sosu play soccer a long time. I've never seen him react like he just did right there.
Yeah, and that's just a terrible challenge from behind. Again, nowhere close to the ball. The referee's done nothing about it either. Jacob Farthing coming in late there and just completely mistiming his challenge. These are the moments Tormenta need to keep their head in. It's very easy to lose your head in these situations when tackles are flying in and the ref's not pulling any cards, but it's just important to stay disciplined in these moments. 10 minutes to go in this half, and Birmingham have shown that they're capable of generating good chances.
How surprised are you that neither one of those challenges resulted in a card?
Well, I think the one on Arce especially. It's probably one of those where it's an orange a little bit between a yellow and a red, and certainly that one on Sosu was deserving of a yellow.
Mikey Rowe, nice spin on this one. Micheletto comes to play at top of the 18. Tormenta gives this one a long ride. It's a tough ball. It's going to be a corner kick for Tormenta FC. James Teal nearly saw that one whiz right by him.
Yeah, Teal just caught in between two minds here. That ball takes a nasty skip off the turf and almost wrong-footed him for a goal. Connor Antley more or less just putting it back into the mixer there. But so those things we talked about, those moments of concentration, you got to stay switched on at all times. Teal almost caught out there.
So corner kick for Tormenta. Arslan sends this one to the opposite side. Here's a shot, and it goes just to the left. Did it get a touch from the Hammers? It did not. It'll be a goal kick for Birmingham. You mentioned something, Jared, about just the importance of keeping your head, especially in matches like this where the opponent not playing their best, see a couple ugly tackles. It's very easy for you to kind of get thrown off your game, especially if you're the team ahead and you're not getting some of those calls. But Tormenta, they've got to stay in this thing mentally, right?
No, absolutely. And I think we could easily see this game get a little bit chippy as it wears on. Hanley shielding the ball out there. But it's just something you have to stay out of. If the other team's tackling you, you can't really do anything about it except for just continue to ping the ball around them. And I think for Tormenta, it's something we might want to see from them very much in the same way they played the first 15 minutes or so. Birmingham weren't able to tackle at all, really, because they couldn't get near the ball. The tempo was so high.
Tormenta still with a 2-0 lead, but Birmingham has had 2 golden opportunities here in the first 45. Not been able to register goals on either one of them. Overall tempo of play, pace of play, possession, dominated by the home team, Tormenta FC. Chandler Stroop gets this one ahead. Ayososu looks like he's running much better now than he was moments ago. Vinyals. Chappie. Near handball. And Tormenta very organized defensively. Now sends it back the other way for Teal to pick up off the ground. Lots coming up for you at the half. And hope you've enjoyed our profiles that we've brought you each week here on Tormenta TV. We're going to put Callum Chapman-Page in the spotlight here today, as well as Kedu Casadas. Look forward to that, certainly, and much more. We'll have halftime highlights. And also hope to hear from our coaches as well down on the pitch, all coming up at the half here on Tormenta TV. Tormenta with a 2-0 lead over Birmingham. Good look at Ayososu there. Sosu with 1 goal on the year, had that big one against Myrtle Beach. And the classic reaction afterwards, scoring his first goal as a member of Tormenta FC here in his 3rd season. Mikey Rowe now attacking. Rowe with tremendous pace. Rowe will take the shot. This one gets deflected. It'll be a goal kick for the home team. Right in front of that Power Aid banner on the far side. Tony Soler trots over to do the honors, and he is probably the best at this with that left-footed in swing than anybody in the entire PDL. This one low. And contact inside the 18. Ball going to belong, looks like, to the Hammers. What's the biggest surprise that you've seen in this match, Jared, here as we sort of wind down the first 45 minutes of play?
I think it was more or less just the way Birmingham started the game. They didn't generate anything at all in the first 15 minutes, and the whole time were really quite flat. I don't think I'm really surprised with Tormenta's play on the night. I mean, big game in terms of the scope of their season, and a win tonight really puts them up at the top with Mississippi Brilla, and definitely a big occasion for them. But I think Birmingham just coming out a bit flat and not really showing us too much. But we've also seen some glimpses in this first half that they can be really, really dangerous in the final third, and they've had 2 fantastic chances.
Mentioned that Mississippi team. Tormenta will take them on July 7th. That is in Mississippi. Mississippi right now with 20 points, Tormenta with 19. But they have lost a game, Tormenta has not. That's a big difference as Edward Chappie heads off for Birmingham. Looked like goalie fell down that time, Teal. Got to be careful as Jordan Walshaw crept over for Tormenta. Now Phelps. Drakenhammer and Phelps going at it right now. Masbrook. Hammer's starting to work a little bit better. As good challenge that time by Tormenta into the threat.
Looks like there's a player from Birmingham down on that far side. He's up and moving now. It looked like Chapman Page had just gone through him after he won the ball on that tackle. Couldn't quite see it there on the video, but looks like he's all right and can carry on.
In extra time right now. And it's Mikey Rowe. Tormenta hoping for perhaps one final chance before halftime. Jad Arslan, the right guy with it for Tormenta. Continues this run, trying to get the cross in. Tormenta still on top of it. Nicoletto battling on that far side. And it winds up again with Callum Chapman Page. So 3 minutes stoppage time right now, and already a minute into that. Again, critical moments here. Usually so many big things happen in the final moments of a first half. Just when you think the action is over, sometimes game-changing moments we've seen here in the past. Taken away by Soler. Tormenta another chance at a run here. Jordan Walshaw from the right side. Oh, looked like contact right in front of the 6. And the call's not going Tormenta's way here so far.
Oh, I actually thought they were lucky to get him behind. It looked like Walshaw had been offside on his initial run. But flag didn't go up, and a bit of contact in the box there, but correct decision from the referee just to play on.
Matthew Laurent. And a little bit of a wrestling match there. You saw Connor Antley. Antley is so strong with the ball.
Yeah, he's a machine. We were actually doing a lift in the gym the other day, and Coach Jorge Gonzalez had a pretty good amount of weight on the bar doing some squats, and Connor Antley doing more of a recovery on that day, but just hopped under and started banging out some reps like it was nothing. So he's definitely quite a machine.
It's been so fun watching him play. Tough on that back line for Tormenta. Chandler Stroop now for Birmingham. 2 tremendous chances again for the visitors. Nothing to show for through the first 45 and change. Tormenta with Walshaw. Jordan scored the first goal. Trying to add another. Stopping and starting once again. Micheletto just kind of stopped. And now some space to work with. Rowe will give it a blast, and it sails to the right. And that is going to do it. Busy first half for both teams, but Tormenta FC certainly owning the advantage. Goal by Jordan Walshaw and a goal by Marco Micheletto. That's your scoring summary up to this point. How about the job by Coach Jorge Gonzalez, who's filling in tonight for head coach John Milaresi, who continues to get well in a South Carolina hospital. Coach Gonzalez and this Tormenta team, even though the head coach is not here, Jared, it's business as usual so far for Tormenta.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's given a clear message from the start that the players have to be able to manage themselves as well, and we've seen just that so far tonight.
Coach Gonzalez has earned tremendous respect and trust from his team. He's a guy that players certainly respond to, answer to. And right now, let's join a special interview with Coach Jorge Gonzalez.
Hello, I'm here with George Gonzalez, the assistant coach for Tormenta FC. So, 6 shots and 2 goals tonight. What are your thoughts in the first half of the game, and how do you think your team is doing tonight?
I think we're doing really well. I mean, besides the scoring, I think we're moving the ball well, and we're staying, somewhat organised. I think second half, we're going to see a different Birmingham. They're going to be sharp, and they're going to be wanting, to come back into the game. So our guys need to bring the pressure and intensity up as well to match them.
All right. So what are you guys going to do to keep the momentum going during the second half of the game?
I think just stay a little bit more disciplined and organised in our positions, and then just covering for each other and just keep doing what we did in the first 30 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Well, good luck, you guys. Thank you.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Hot dogs.
Chili dog.
No, Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day.
Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke.
It's Tailgate 101.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Surgery Center, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation by calling 912-629-3560. Experience the Optum difference.
Whatever you do, we do internet. Right now, you can get speeds up to 100 megs. Internet packages starting as low as $29.99 a month. Call 1-888-Northland or visit getnorthland.com today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tormenta FC, Tormenta TV, here at Irk Russell Park. Drew Felios alongside the midfielder, Jared Odenbeck. And what a performance so far by Tormenta FC. They lead the Birmingham Hammers by a score of 2-0. Jared, what's been the biggest factor in this game so far for Tormenta?
I think it's just been Tormenta bossing possession the whole first half, Drew. We saw a couple Maybe risky moments at the back from Tormenta that led to 2 great chances for Birmingham, but otherwise Tormenta completely bossing the game. Game's been played in their half where they wanted to.
All right, goals by Walshaw and Soler. Right now the difference, Tormenta again with a 2-0 lead. All right, time now for our player profiles. We love bringing these to you week after week. Our staff here at Georgia Southern does such a phenomenal job. And today we introduce you to the big defender, Callum Chapman-Page.
My name's Callum Chapman-Page. I'm from Guernsey, which is a small island off the coast of England. Centre defender. I started playing when I was 5 years old, played for the island team, which is called Guernsey. And then I moved to the mainland at 16 years old and played for an academy there on a scholarship for 2 years. I then transferred out to America, played 2 years in Texas, and I play at Palm Beach Atlantic, and I got 1 more semester there. So far, obviously we're doing really well. We're keeping a lot of clean sheets. We're taking game by game because every opponent we play is different and comes with its different challenges. I think our attack has really helped us out, scoring goals each game. We had a good run in the US Open Cup. I honestly think each game is difficult, from the teams that we play at the top of the league to the teams we played at the bottom of the league. So we just want to take each game differently, and John gets the tactics right, and we go out and show them. And me and John have a good understanding of what's expected on and off the field. The whole setup from the top all the way to the bottom with the assistant coaches like George and Kari and John. It's obviously a big help for us, and they make it easy and let us do our job on the field and make it a lot easier. We've got a lot of different nationalities, which is quite cool. We all get along really well. We're always together. Obviously the World Cup's on now, so there's a lot of sort of banter and rivalry going around. Obviously we think England's going to win the World Cup. Danny Welbeck's going to get the winner. Southgate's going to lift the trophy. So yeah, I don't know, everyone's getting on. We've got a good chemistry, and obviously it's shown on the field. Obviously I want to win a national championship. I think everyone does. I want to try get a contract for next year as well, and try make a name for myself here.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Lee Hill and Johnston Insurers is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Kick your internet into high gear with Bullet Broadband, a division of Bullet Telephone Cooperative. Hey, I'm John Scott, General Manager of Bullet Telephone and the new Bullet Broadband. Bullet Broadband offers the fastest internet speed in Georgia with managed Wi-Fi and speeds up to 1 gig. And if you're a business owner, we didn't leave you out. We can help increase productivity with computer networking, cloud hosting, custom emails, and the highest internet speeds around. Kick your internet into high gear and see what Bullet Broadband can do for you.
Escape the fast food merry-go-round, Seasons of Japan.
Hi, welcome to Seasons of Japan. Have you signed up for our Seasons of Japan points?
You can now sign up for Seasons of Japan reward points. Every dollar you spend earns you points towards a free meal.
I've already got my points.
Enjoy Seasons of Japan in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Illinois, and California. And now open, our newest location on Victory Drive in Savannah. Come see us today.
Here at the Spring Hill Suites Marriott Statesboro, our suites are 25% larger than standard hotel rooms. Each of our 113 spacious rooms includes a deluxe continental breakfast with plenty of hot and cold options to satisfy every appetite. Spend time in our fitness center, our pool, or at the fire pit. We're conveniently located near Georgia Southern University, the Kiwanis Ogeechee Fairgrounds, Ogeechee Technical College, and the Gateway Industrial Park.
All right, welcome back to Tormenta TV. We're at halftime as Tormenta FC hosts the Birmingham Hammers. Drew Felios alongside Jarrett Odenbeck. Our score, Tormenta 2, and the visitors 0. Tormenta with 2 goals, one from Walshaw and the other from Tony Soler. Also want to give you an update on Alvaro Arce as Tormenta's star midfielder. He did go down because of a nasty tackle about midway through the first half. He is done for the night, and he's going to have x-rays tomorrow morning. Obviously a big loss for Tormenta. Now we just hope and pray that everything is okay moving forward to next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope it's not too severe for him. Really influential part of the team. Obviously, we wish him the best.
All right, let's take a look now at some of the highlights from the first half. And many of them, if you are a Tormenta FC fan, as Tormenta controlled possession. This ball kind of batted around the 6 and stuck right back in by Jordan Walshaw.
Yeah, absolutely. And just great start to the game for Tormenta, just putting a dangerous ball into the box. And here we see another one from Micheletto flying in, challenging the goalkeeper. I think the story of the first half really was a few chippy moments, but Tormenta just showing their quality in the end. Good chance from Walshaw there, and Arslan tapping in, but called back off sides. And here a blast from Soler from 30 plus, takes a wicked deflection and wrong puts the goalkeeper. But I think the storyline in the second half is going to be more of the same from Tormenta. We want to see them continue to boss the game and try and eliminate these moments here. See Birmingham at the post there with a great chance, and another one here that definitely should have been in the back of the net.
Right there, Drakenhammer should have been able to put that one in. Didn't happen though, and Tormenta meanwhile threatening James Teal, just on guard, being peppered with shots. And I think, again, the biggest story, the condition of the pitch. You see the water, how slick and how wet it is, puddles throughout the pitch here at Irk Russell Park. Tormenta FC, they've adjusted well. They look right at home. It has not taken away their speed, and they are playing each ball. They are going for it on every single run.
Yeah, absolutely. The rhythm and the focus and intensity has been fantastic from the start, and that's really what's given them the 2-0 advantage. Birmingham didn't come out too sharp, and Tormenta punished them for it.
All right, hope you enjoyed that profile just moments ago on Callum Chapman Page. He is certainly an interesting individual. Want you to meet another Tormenta star, Cadu Casadas.
My name is Carlos Eduardo, but everyone calls me Cadu. I'm 20 years old. I started playing soccer when I was 4 years old, back in Brazil. I played for Red Bull Brazil, which is a great team. I had a great opportunity there. I was able to go to a different country to play. I also played for my home team in Brazil, my city team. I stayed there for like almost all my life, and after that I decided to change, improve my English to be able to come here and get a chance in a university. It's amazing to be at Statesboro. Tormenta is a great place. I'll be able to improve a lot. I'm improving a lot already, so it's just a good opportunity to be here. The teammates here, they are really good. We help each other a lot. It's like a family, and it's not easy to find this in Brazil, so that is something that I'm really enjoying here. We want to improve, but we want to improve as a group. Coach John, he's helping me a lot. It's a different level here with the help that I'm getting from him, from George, from Kari, even from Nitra and Darwin, that are two amazing people. I'm being able to improve and help the team when they need me. Yeah, Brazil, I really want them to win the World Cup because what happened in the last World Cup. So I'm really excited, and I think Brazil is going to win the World Cup. My goal right now is, of course, win the championship with this group and also improve every day so I can help myself, but also help the team here when they need me. So it's always every day trying to improve as much as I can. I'm pretty sure that with this group, with the mentality that we have, and with the coaching staff, I think we have everything on our hands to go and win everything. We just need to keep thinking and improving as a group every day.
Oh, so great to see Cadu. Just seems like just a nice guy and a great athlete as well. What do you make of some of the foreign players, guys like Tony Soler and Cadu, someone we just met, coming here to Statesboro, adjusting? They've already adjusted to American life, and now they adjust to Statesboro as well, and they do it so seamlessly.
Yeah, it's really incredible. You see a few guys on the team, Herman Fasani and Alvaro Arce, first time in the United States, and they've been able to fit right into the group.
All right, let's send it now to our opposing coach, Maddie Thorne, who is with Stephanie.
Hello, I'm here with Matt Thorne, the head coach for Birmingham Hammers. So can you just tell me your thoughts on the first half of the game?
First half, I thought Tormenta started very fast. I thought we came out of the gates a little slowly. But as the game went on, we started playing ourselves into it. But Tormenta got themselves on the set piece on the second ball and then got a deflected goal. But they started the first half a little faster. It's a game of 2 halves, so we hope to come out a bit faster, stronger, and keeping the ball a little better and hopefully create some chances.
Did you guys discuss anything during halftime that you guys are going to try and improve on the field tonight?
Try to keep the ball a little better in defensive shape. Can we press the ball up a little higher and see where we go from there?
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Well, good luck to you guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Stephanie. Matty Thorne chiming in there for the Birmingham Hammers. Hey, his team, they are down 2-0, but, Jared, they've had 2 golden opportunities. This could easily be a game that's level at 2 apiece.
Yeah, absolutely. They've shown they're capable. Maybe haven't been the most impressive in possession, but they've still been able to generate 2 extremely quality chances. Maybe under the circumstances, looking at Tormenta's goals, 2 of the best chances of the game so far, Drew.
Meanwhile, when you have a team on the other side like Tormenta and the passing is so crisp tonight and they're so light-footed on a pitch like this, if you are Birmingham, how do you keep that under control? How do you control it? Do you simply try and win the ball more?
Well, yeah, I think Birmingham in their 4-2-3-1, they just have to sit deep and weather the storm a little bit. I think they could come out in high press easily, down 2-0 at half, which I wouldn't blame them for doing, but it's just about getting back to their game plan, which is winning the ball and then looking to spring attack straight away. They generated 2 great chances from that and might see more in the second half.
Got to ask Jared one more question. Are you having fun, my man? Because you are a natural at this in your 3rd try. Tremendous.
Yeah, well, getting a side job, so we'll see what happens. Might have to get an agreement with Darren for next year, see if we can work something out.
Tell you what, man, you are hired. Certainly, Jared Odenbeck doing a phenomenal job in the booth. Tormenta's midfielder just looks like a pro, sounds like a pro here tonight, and he has had that all season. Also want to wish a shout out to John Miller-Racy. Of course, we mentioned him in the pregame. He has a rare form of vasculitis. Right now, he's in the hospital. He's watching this match. Coach, get well, come back. We're thinking about you, and hopefully Tormenta can get a win for you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely wish you all the best, Coach.
All right, Coach Miller-Racy getting better, and so is Tormenta. Tormenta about to start the second half with a 2-0 lead. Tormenta FC over the Birmingham Hammers. You're watching Tormenta FC Soccer on Tormenta TV as they host Birmingham. Start of the second half. Birmingham and Tormenta. Saw one substitute, Kofi Furco, in the match now for Birmingham, wearing number 45. Few changes for the visitors. Jordan Sinclair is still out there. He wears number 3. Tyler Savitsky, their lead scorer with 3 goals, held in check so far by Tormenta. Matthew Laurent with it right now for Birmingham, the center back, described as one of the all-around better players for the Hammers. He has also been relatively silent. This team needs their better players to kind of take hold of things right now if Birmingham wants to have a shot to get a result here tonight.
Yeah, I think Kofi Furco is going to bring a little bit different dimension to this game for Birmingham. He's coming in. Not as much going to be a hold-up forward like the first half, but going to look to threaten in behind a bit more, along with those wingers who look to spring in behind when Birmingham's midfielders pick up the ball.
Pablo Jara challenged a few times in the first half, still with a clean sheet for Tormenta. If you're just joining us, Alvaro Arce sent out with an injury for Tormenta, part of a nasty tackle. Had a couple nasty ones, one on him, the other on Ayososu. No discipline handed out so far on either side. Expect Birmingham to press a little bit more here in the second half. Chapman Page handling it for Tormenta FC. Connor Antley taps it right back to him.
Yeah, their initial line of confrontation is certainly higher than it was in the first half. In the first half, they were definitely content to sit off and let Tormenta have the majority of the ball, but already we see them getting tighter all around the field.
Nice pass from Antley. Wasn't collected though. Jan Arslan now around the ball. Masbrook to Sinclair. Chappie sending it down the pitch. Connor Antley collects for Tormenta. It's a hot and humid night. This area pounded by rains about 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Heavy rains here in Statesboro. Luckily it blew over just in time for this match tonight. Certainly the field is taking a beating. Ball's just kind of dying right now as Sosu taken down again. Second time Ayo Sosu has seen a player come in a little bit late. You just have to wonder at what point will a card be handed out. Not going to come this time as Furco gives Ayo a little bit of a high five as he gets up. You know, this game has been physical at times, but still you see both sides tremendous respect for each other. It's not nearly the type of contest we saw earlier this season with teams like South Carolina.
See when Tormenta have the ball in these areas, Tony Soler usually dropping quite deep, almost joining Chapman Page and Josh Phelps in that in the back there, making 3 against 2. Birmingham are pressing with 2 strikers, and so Soler, obviously very astute tactically. See him taking up a great spot there. He's just making a numerical advantage. There's 2 forwards from Birmingham, so he's just coming to help the center backs build up, and then if he moves out of that central space, a player like Vignoles or Micheletto just need to come in there and fill the area that he left.
Marco Micheletto keeps his footing. Vignoles now switching the point of attack with Ayo Sosu. Again, Tormenta working it side to side. Sosu gives it a ride with the left foot. Oh, it fell right in front of Walshaw. Walshaw now turns around and gives it back to Antley. Antley, 1 versus 1, tries to get it by Sinclair. And this is going to be a goal kick.
As this game wears on, Drew, the pitch is definitely quite heavy already, and that really takes a big toll on a player's legs, especially moving into the second half as we get around the 60th minute. I think the pace of the game is probably going to slow down a bit, so it's important for Tormenta to just continue to get on the ball and let the ball do a lot of the work.
Another good crowd on hand tonight at Irk Russell Park. Tormenta with a comfortable lead right now. But certainly, you know how these games can change in such a hurry. Tormenta not going to let off the gas pedal anytime soon. Mikey Rowe has been around the ball all night. Micheletto and Sosu controlling for Tormenta. If you are Tormenta, do you sort of pull back the reins just a bit, try and possess, sort of slow things down, given you have a 2-0 lead, or do you continue to keep the foot on the gas pedal?
Well, I think you definitely continue to possess, but I think keeping in mind that the end goal is to, make this game 3-0 and kill the game off. Possessing the ball is great because it's just going to make Birmingham continue to run, especially on this surface. It's going to be pretty exhausting, to be honest, and the more they can do this and just pull them out of their shape and then go again, like in this moment, the better it'll be to create chances and find that that goal that'll kill off the game.
Hammers now working out of the center circle. Ball hammered down. Hara picks it up, top of the 18 on the other side.
Connor Antley did well to get inside his mark there, but you can see just what Birmingham are trying to do, and they can still be dangerous in those moments if those passes come off.
Keep in mind, have players available tonight, guys like Yaya Cisse, Jerry Saintville, also we could see later, Michael Meekum, and Kadu Casadas, player we saw his profile during halftime.
I think this could be a great game for Kadu Casadas to come into. He's definitely a possession-minded player and just keeps the ball moving, plays nice and simple, and is really intelligent in his movement and the spaces that he occupies in possession.
Nice run now for Tormenta. Ayososu. And the ball winds up in the hands of Teal. Teal looks like he has sort of been challenged. Balls that have looked easy have become difficult here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult night for a goalkeeper. We saw him almost get wrong-footed by that ball, just taking a big hop off the turf in the first half. As a goalkeeper, so much of a premium is just on your footwork and being efficient in your movement. And with a turf like this, you really second-guess yourself quite a bit.
Oh, taken down. A couple players tied up there. Ayososu gets up quickly, and that is going to be the first form of discipline here tonight. Yellow dealt to number 20, Chandler Sroop.
Yeah, turns the ball over and goes for the full WWE takedown there. Deservedly in the book for that challenge. Just a frustration foul, I think, for me.
That's what you call a hip toss in wrestling?
Did you ever commentate WWE, Drew?
I was about to say. Hip toss, maybe a suplex. Could be one or the other. He certainly had a weight advantage over Ayososu that time.
Yeah, not hard to have that kind of advantage.
Connor Antley now to Vinyals. Sends it forward. Marco Micheletto. Nice touch to Arslan. Arslan tried to go left. Good idea as Walshaw was waiting in the wings, but a defender picked it off.
Yeah, great interchange there between Micheletto and Arslan, and you see the understanding that Tormenta players have of each other. Marco Micheletto just recognizing that Arslan wants to come inside, and so he drifts outside, picks up the ball, and then returns the pass to Jad, and brilliant combination there that just didn't quite come off. Referee just lost his footing there, actually.
Connor Antley now working for Tormenta. Ball's going to be sent out. Mikey Rowe on the far side for Tormenta FC. Mikey, tremendous coming off the bench and also in the starter's role as he is tonight. The Irishman with his family in attendance, got cousins that are here watching him. Youngsters dreaming of one day perhaps suiting up for Tormenta FC. They were watching warm-ups and they were just in awe at the players for Tormenta as they were going through the motions in the pregame. How about Connor Antley? That was tremendous. Even when it doesn't go well, it goes well for Connor. Looked like he fell down, was still able to take it away. Birmingham side looked like they were screaming, perhaps wanting an offsides that time. Chapman Page and Tormenta just slowed up, and you can just see right here Birmingham a little bit out of gas at the moment. Tony Soler on top of it now. A goal in the 25th minute tonight. Soler back to Hada. Tormenta got to be careful as they play with it along the back line. Phelps. Now Vinyals turning. Tormenta now can move forward. Micheletto goes down. That looked like another tackle from behind. Masbrook got tied up with him.
Yeah, Josh Phelps gave the ball away there, and it just came from Tormenta being really sloppy and just lackadaisical, not really playing with any tempo there. And these are the kind of things that we talked about at halftime, Drew. Tormenta have to keep their foot on the gas and continue to move the ball around at pace. legs can get heavy, but the mind still has to stay sharp. And if you give the ball away in the back like that, sometimes that can turn into really dangerous counterattacking moments. It's just more initiative from those Tormenta players in the back to move the ball at pace.
Tormenta moving it now nicely. Oh, tremendous flick behind as that shot was deflected. Micheletto trying to give it a blast, and now Sosu. Ayo Sosu to Mikey Rowe. Vinyals again. Tormenta continues to just milk possession. Right side. Antley wins the ball, crosses it in. Vinyals trying to give it a ride. That one goes out of bounds. Going to be a Tormenta corner kick. Mikey Rowe heads over to the corner. Again, some quality possessions for Tormenta, just lacking a little bit on that final touch. This ball low. Good one by Rowe. The touch was there. And Josh Phelps just could not place it where it needed to be.
Yeah, I don't think he expected that ball to fall all the way to him. I don't think we're going to get a replay there, but I think he was just wrong-sided. Thought that Chapman Page was going to get his head onto it, so he wasn't quite expecting it to fall to his foot and really just had to react to it, and tough to get it on target at that point. That could have been the game killed there, though. 3-0 would have been nice.
James Teal finally puts it in play. 60th minute, 2-0, still the score. Drew Felios and Jared Odenbeck tonight on Tormenta TV. Tormenta FC hosting the Birmingham Hammers. Tormenta had a goal in the 5th minute, a goal in the 25th minute. First one by Walshaw, second one by Tony Soler. Off a deflection.
That was a super turn there from the Birmingham midfielder. Number 13, Alex Masbrook out of Wisconsin. Really neat piece of play to turn out of pressure there, and great awareness to see the pass as well.
Matthew Laurent with it now for Birmingham. 2 goals on the year. Played for the Canadian Youth National Team. Speaks English, speaks French. Also suits up for University of Alabama, Birmingham. Nobody home that time for the Hammers. Antley can just slowly bring this one up across the pitch. A little bit of chatter now between both of these teams as Antley did not like that tackle attempt.
Yeah, it was clean, though. He can't really complain too much about it. Cedro Martinez has come into the game here, I believe, from Marco Micheletto. He's just going to play just above Tony Soler and maybe add a little bit more stability to the midfield. Not going to move forward as much as Micheletto, and we're just going to stay home and try to keep things simple and clean up if there's any defensive work to be done.
Cedro Martinez wearing number 5. Players now for Tormenta getting a warning. Now it's Tony Soler. Soler working through traffic. Official stepping right in to make the call. Be another set piece coming up for Tormenta FC. Keep in mind, wet ball tonight. It's made it very active coming off deflections, posed lots of problems for Birmingham, especially their keeper, James Teal. Here it comes from Soler. Soler, nice blast, deflected, inside the box. Tormenta able to take a shot, but it comes out again. And now a counter opportunity. And quickly, Vinyals knew he fouled. Jared, looked like another quality chance for Tormenta off a rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Soler just had a blast from distance there, knowing that if it hit the turf anywhere before the goal, is going to give the goalkeeper trouble. And goalkeeper can't really do much there except for just try to parry it into an area that's not too dangerous.
Ball won that time by Savitsky. Antler. Oh, the ball's going to squirt in. Birmingham gets the first goal of the night. And they've cut the Tormenta lead in half.
Yeah, just casual play on the corner flag there from Connor Antley, and it looked like an own goal off Josh Phelps. Just couldn't quite sort out his feet. And these are the things that we're talking about. Tormenta too casual there and deservedly caught out by Birmingham.
So Tormenta dominating possession here in the second half, but they get a bad break. And just like that, the lead cut in half. And Tormenta now certainly put on notice. Just had a feeling, Jared, those two golden opportunities the Hammers had in the first half, neither of them resulted in goals. But unfortunate for Tormenta, winds up being an own goal from Josh Phelps.
No, I'm sure at halftime, Coach Matty Thorne was just preaching to his side that one chance and we're back in it. And they've got that right here. Everything to play for at this point in time, and I think we're really going to see them give it a good go here in the last 25 minutes or so.
How does that change things if you're Tormenta? What's the approach now?
Well, if you're Tormenta, it's still about finding that third goal. Not much changes, it's just that Birmingham's back in the game. And I think it's definitely a wake-up call for Tormenta because they were really on cruise control there for a little bit.
Tormenta threatening again. Jad Arslan time. Arslan trying to create a shot for himself. Tries to switch it back. Tony Soler trying to settle things down for Tormenta. Chapman Page. Nice touch. Tormenta working again. A beautiful touch to the right. Arslan crosses and Tormenta has scored once again. It was Neil Vinyals off the gorgeous pass from Arslan, and it's 3-1.
Arslan just square back across the face of goal for Vinyals there, and it was really all about him the whole time. Neil Vinyals takes up a great spot. Super entry ball from Callum Chapman-Page. Neil Vinyals knows what's going on around him. Great awareness. A neat touch into space. Finds Arslan, and then straight back across the face of a goal for a deserved third goal.
Rarely do you see Jad Arslan have an opportunity to distribute like he did right there. He's known as a goal scorer, Jared, but just a beautiful cross right at the feet of Vinyals, and all he had to do was tap it in.
Yeah, and he made the right decision there. I think it could have been really easy for him to take a shot on goal himself, but had the awareness to pick Vinyals out and just play a calm pass across the face of goal.
So for the moment, that enthusiasm on the Birmingham side has been settled down.
We're going to see a substitution here. Yaya Cisse coming into the game for Jordan Walshaw. Looks like he's going to play out wide on the left, and Mikey Rowe will become the number 9, the striker up front. Cisse certainly capable of opening up this game with his pace, getting him behind. Just an additional threat into Birmingham's back four.
Yaya Cisse, just tremendous pace, tremendous heart. Had the game-winning goal against Tri-Cities back on May 19th. First home game that was here at Irk Russell for 2018. Soler grabbed from behind. Fourquo trying to change the momentum and playing a little bit too aggressive right now. A little bit of desperation do you sense from Birmingham right now at the moment?
Yeah, Birmingham have to be kicking themselves because they let Tormenta straight back into the game just a couple minutes after scoring, and it's those moments right after goals and at the end of halves that are so important to games, Drew. Those are the ones that decide outcomes more often than not, and that's where you have to ramp up your concentration. And Birmingham obviously delighted to get back into the game, but clearly just switched off after scoring.
This one knocked down. Cedro Martinez getting a chance to contribute here tonight in the midfield for Tormenta. He came in for Micheletto. Jordan Sinclair now. Tormenta just winning so many of those types of balls right there. It's Vinyals. And Martinez now play from the center circle. Had a chance to chat with Coach Gonzalez about this Tormenta team, and I even asked him, what's been your favorite part of the season? Anything that's gone on or off the pitch? Jared, he mentioned some of the bowling games and the personal stories that the players get a chance to share during lunchtime. And I think that's one of the reasons why this team has sort of become so close. It just seems like you guys get a chance to bond in so many different ways, not just on the field, but off field as well.
Yeah, I think the coaches have done a really good thing in having all the players. So you see a chance here from Mikey Rowe.
Tormenta with another chance. Rowe trying to give that one a blast. Did just that, but it was deflected out of bounds.
Super defending there from Jordan Sinclair to come across and get a block. But I think it's just a great thing that the coaches have every player share their story. It's one thing when you're playing next to a guy and you know a little bit about him, where he's played, what he likes to eat in the morning for breakfast. But I think it means a lot more when you know his real story, and that's the player as a person. There's a lot more to these players than what you see on the field, and certainly everyone has a unique story, and it means a lot to hear every individual share.
Arslan now sends it over to Martinez. Also said that those personal stories get really personal. Guys really get emotional. And I think just a great thing. Team bonding that has gone on with this group. Certainly you can see the results. This is a true team. Tony Soler now trying to square things up for Tormenta. Gives it a ride off the fingertips of Teal. Teal with the denial. Tormenta will not let up, though. They'll take another shot, and those deflections have just been wicked to defend.
Yeah, Birmingham just killing themselves there, giving it away inside of their own 18, and really, in a lot of ways, just continuing to allow Tormenta to get a lot of chances in that final third. Tormenta's had some brilliant play on the night, but Birmingham definitely have to point the finger at themselves at the end of the day in a lot of these scenarios.
Win tonight would give Tormenta 22 points. Right now stuck on 19. And it's looking more and more like Tormenta's going to be playing postseason soccer if this continues. That would really be something else, given the fact that Tormenta has not made the postseason before. Had opportunities the last few years to qualify late in the season, but just not able to squeeze in there. Of course, still have a lot of soccer to play before then, Jared. Got to take care of business first, but certainly is good to know that here in the end of June, we are in the mix.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's really just the people off the field that are worrying about that. I don't think us players are putting too much thought into it. It's more just one game, one training at a time, and just taking care of whatever is at hand at the day.
Ball going to be sent down now. Good touch that time. Birmingham trying to reset things. Tormenta organize defensively. Vignals with it again. Oh, that is an easy way to have an injury. Mikey Rowe just sort of slid across the grass right onto the clay, and you're not going to slide along that clay very long, are you?
No, that's going to hurt. Might need a Band-Aid after the game for that one.
I think so. Tonight, the 8th PDL contest for Tormenta FC. They've had 6 straight wins. This could be number 7. Not going to be a shutout tonight. Still, 3 points would be huge. 2 games coming up next week. 1 game in Savannah at Calvary Day School Stadium. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. as Tormenta will take on SC United. Then they'll head right back here next week, a week from tonight.
I think that game in Savannah will be a great occasion for some of the Tormenta fans or just soccer fans in general further down towards Savannah, down I-16, to be able to see Tormenta in action, to be able to see the area's only pro soccer team starting next year at least. And definitely looking forward to seeing a lot of fans in the stands there at Calvary Day, and hopefully it'll be another great performance.
First time Tormenta will ever play a regular season game in their home away from home, Savannah, Georgia. It's going to be really interesting to see the turnout, see how the players respond. I think it's going to be a grand showing. Chapman Page touches it back to Hara. He'll give it a ride here in the 75th minute.
Kadu Casadas also coming to the game for Jad Arslan. He's probably going to play a little bit more inside, look to get more involved in possession than Arslan is.
Now Ayo Sosu on the far side. He's had a big night. There's a touch just to the far post and beyond it.
It's actually a fantastic ball across the face of goal there. Looked like he just misread Mikey Rowe's movement. Mikey Rowe initially checked towards the goal and then pulled off to try and get a tap in from between the penalty spot and 6-yard box, but Sosu clearly looking to play that ball across the face of goal. Cedro Martinez has done a good job in this game so far of just making simple decisions. He's going to receive the ball in a great spot here and just look to play simple. Slow the game down a little bit, maintain possession, keep the ball moving, and I think that's great for Tormenta here in the last 30 minutes or so.
That's certainly a good way to describe him. Not as dynamic as a guy like Marco Micheletto, but very productive, very sure with the ball. Does not make a lot of mistakes. Here he is once more. Martinez, nice touch ahead, and it's Soler playing for Tormenta. Tony Soler just outstanding once again tonight. And it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Tormenta FC. 77th minute, 3-1. Here's your score here on Tormenta TV. Had a chance to hang out a little bit in the VIP tent tonight, Jared. Eat some of that good food. Meet some of the fine Tormenta fans as try to do week in and week out. And I'll have another chance to tonight. So will you. In our post-game show, Powerade Player of the Match is coming up immediately following this contest. We'll award our Powerade Player of the Match. Also speak to Tormenta coach Jorge Gonzalez and some of the stars here tonight. You going to ever join me on the Powerade postgame show, Jared? Or are you going to just continue to make me do all the work there?
I don't know. There's always a lot of danger of a Powerade bath coming when you're not expecting it, so I try to let you run that show, Drew.
Offsides. And the offside, Sosu right there. And Sosu has been all tied up with Forquo here in the second half. And Forquo, since he has entered, has really made things happen for Birmingham, for better or for worse.
Yeah, I think he's done well to take up good positions, and there you saw him try and get off Sosu's shoulder on the inside, but Io was obviously alert to it. But that was a better spell from Birmingham there. We saw Edward Chappie pick the ball up in a good area and play a good ball through there, but things quite haven't worked out for him. Probably hasn't gotten on the ball as much as he would like, and his night's going to be done here.
So Chappie, his night is through. And it looks like Khalil Bell, with 1 goal on the season, number 88, is going to check in for Birmingham. So Bell seeing his first action for the Hammers. Let's see if it makes any kind of difference here. Cadu Casadas, Tormenta, very patient now. Martinez working with Sosu. Io Sosu with the shot. Io getting aggressive.
Good save there from James Teal. Down nice and sharp to his right. Out for a corner. Don't usually see Io cutting into his right, but did well to get a shot away there and force Teal into a good save.
Now it's Mikey Rowe again. Mikey Rowe, Young Harris College represented. This ball's curling. Right for a header. And it's going to be hammered out by Tormenta. Time of the essence now for Birmingham. Going to really hurry things up. Just doesn't look like the Hammers are playing with that real sense of urgency that you would expect. I think that last Tormenta goal really took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, we talked about what a third goal would mean for Tormenta, Drew, and it's just completely sucked the air out of Birmingham, and I think killed a lot of the belief they had when that goal had gone in to make it 2-1. And we're going to see Michael Meekum come on for Connor Antley here. Versatile player, can play as a center back or a right back, and as we mentioned before, got some good USL experience under his belt with Wilmington Hammerheads.
Now, Michael Meekum mentioned his USL experience with the Hammerheads. Went to the UNC Wilmington, 24 years old. Now both teams having a little chat with our official, Tony Soler, getting in on that.
Last change of the night here for Tormenta. Jerry St. Ville coming in for the last 10 for Io Sosu. His night's done.
Jerry St. Phil, Palm Beach Atlantic product. Also played for the West Virginia Kings Warriors. Was the last coaching stop for John Milleracey before coming to Tormenta.
St. Phil's probably going to stay home a lot more than Io. I think we're going to see him just stay connected with Josh Phelps a bit more and try and keep things secure and tight at the back.
Martinez now with Casadas. Laurent and Sinclair, couple quality touches, and we're going to have a foul called, and a set piece in a pretty good spot coming up now for the Hammers.
Now, if the big guys lumber forward here for Birmingham, and another great chance for them to get a great set piece opportunity here and potentially serve a good ball into the box they can get on the end of.
Wet ball tonight has caused lots of problems for both keepers. Pablo Har, you see him trying to push up. Tormenta, lots of chatter right now on the pitch. Har watches this one sail over everybody. Not a good ball. And just letting opportunities get away. The Hammers just got to have better services than that here in the 84th minute.
Yeah, just another one wasted there. I think when they look back at this game, they're really going to be kicking themselves for not taking those 2 chances in the first half, because they were definitely golden. They haven't had a lot of chances, but the ones they've had have been premium chances that you'd want to score 9 times out of 10 for sure.
Tormenta has dominated this match from the start. But still, you can see that for Birmingham, had opportunities to hang right in there. It's the thing about this great game, too, Jared. Sometimes when you get an opportunity, you may not get another one. Here's Casadas. Matthew Laurent. And now Birmingham will play from the back. Martinez takes it away. Now Tormenta trying to work quickly. Oh, that ball delivered a little bit too strong for Casadas. Khalil Bell's fresh legs take it away from Soler. And now racing the other way is Birmingham. And another ball wasted in the final third.
Tell you what, if Birmingham were able to put a good ball into the box in the final third, they could definitely be in this game right now. We see Tormenta there just getting caught out again, just poor positioning from a few members of the back four, and just leaving that big space for Birmingham to run into in behind. And definitely a thing that could have been punished on the night had Birmingham had a bit more quality in those areas.
Something the Hammers are going to work on moving forward. Birmingham just did not look comfortable from the start defending. Tormenta just seemed to be playing at another gear, especially in the first half. Here's Casadas. Birmingham really pressing right now.
That kind of sums up Birmingham's night right there. Just a crazy decision.
Touch this one forward. Mikey Rowe with a blast. And Tormenta's got their 4th goal of the evening.
Yeah, just ball given away out of the back, and Kadu Casadas picks it up, slips Mikey Rowan behind, then a great strike down to the keeper's right. Just beats him with power into the far post.
Mikey Rowe deserved that goal. He has worked so hard tonight from end to end for Tormenta FC. His teammates know it. Nil Vignos comes up to give him a congratulations. Fans appreciate the work of the Irishman. Tonight he comes through. Four to 1 Tormenta FC. Closing in on win number 7. And their 22nd point of the season. And the Birmingham Hammers, Jared, right now, they just look completely out of gas. Again, keep in mind, immediately following our telecast, go to Facebook Live and Tormenta's Facebook page. We'll award our Powerade Player of the Match. Also talk to Coach Jorge Gonzalez and some of the stars from tonight's match. That's on the Tormenta FC Facebook page, Facebook Live immediately following this contest. It's been another gem here at Irk Russell for Tormenta.
Great ball there from Michael Meekum to break pressure.
Soler, a little flick back. Tony Soler just so good with the ball. Now Yaya Cisse. Soler again. And this is going to be a hold. Easy call that time.
Yeah, good cover there from Michael Meekum. Recognized that there wasn't any pressure on the ball, so he had to track with the runner.
Pablo Jara, the only keeper that has seen action this year for Tormenta FC. That said, what do we know? Tell us a little bit about John Milligan and of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, the backup keeper for Tormenta.
I think it's awesome to see John Milligan's growth so far this summer. I think he's just gotten more and more confident every week in training, and coming in, I think it was a little bit of a process for him, just adjusting to the pace and the level. Has a lot of experience at UNC Greensboro up there in North Carolina, but I think it's just so cool to see him really evolving into this system. And coming in, he wasn't that confident with his feet, and now he's playing some fantastic entry passes and training into the midfielders, and just so much more assured. And that's a lot what the PDL is about. It's about players coming in from college environments, more or less, and just getting experience and maybe developing new skills. And John Milligan's certainly done that so far this summer.
As we get head into extra time here at Irk Russell, 4-1 your score. Drew Felios, Jared Odenbeck, Tormenta closing in on their 7th victory of the season. Comfortable lead here at home. It's been all Tormenta here tonight. This season, in a lot of ways, has sort of been an audition for next season when Tormenta starts in D3, USL D3. They'll begin it next year. Who are some of the names that you think are guys that are pretty sure bids to really make a push to make that roster?
Well, I think that's the great thing about this summer, Drew, is that every week is a fight just to get into the 18.
Yep.
And if any players pat themselves on the back at this point in the season, I think it could come back to bite them. I mean, certainly there's a number of players in this team, players that are coming off the bench, players in the starting 11 that have undeniable quality. And it's really no doubt whether or not every player in this team can play at that USL Division III level. But I think something the coaching staff are looking for are players that just put their head down and get to work, that aren't caught up in the contract scenarios and all of that. Might be a penalty kick here. Maybe outside the box.
Looked like it was just outside the box. They'll mark it, and will be a free kick for Birmingham. Well, you're certainly right. So much competition on this Tormenta team. Guys jockeying for playing time. Still so many positions up for grabs. As Jordan Sinclair now will give this one a ride. Tormenta trying to not surrender any more goals. Set pieces have been very dangerous tonight with the wet balls. This one hooking in. Jara is there to contest. Pablo Jara in the right spot, making good calls like he has all season long, and the home fans loving it.
Yeah, unbelievable there. Just comes out so strong and brave. Gets a great punch to it and sends it out of the danger area. And those are always difficult moments for goalkeepers when the ball's between the goal and between the back line that the defenders set. And goalkeepers have to make split-second decisions there, and Hara's done well as always.
So Pablo Haro now placed this one on the ground. And what's likely his last goal kick of the evening. I always think the fans appreciate that little last bit of defense, even when you do have a commanding lead, to show that you're not letting up from start to finish. Jordan Sinclair, quiet tonight for Birmingham. Matthew Laurent, same thing. Expected Matthew Laurent to have a little bit more of a role than what he actually did. Tormenta did a great job keeping him in check. Seemed like the scouting report altogether was dead on. Tormenta was ready for this Hammers team tonight. Saw Drake and Hammer there. Tormenta will just hammer this out of bounds. The clock continues to roll. And this one is just about in the books. Again, be sure and have your Facebook page ready, as Facebook Live post-game show with Powerade Player of the Match is coming up next. As soon as we wrap this one up for Merck Russell. Hammers frantically trying to get one more chance. I don't think it's going to happen. Tormenta FC, another tremendous performance. 4-1 the final score as they take care of the Birmingham Hammers. 3 more points for Tormenta. Now 22 on the season as they continue their fabulous run this year in the PDL. So both teams exchanging greetings. And Jared, this was maybe Tormenta's most complete performance of the season. Would you agree, or do you think it had a few holes in it?
No, you said it, Drew. I think the word that comes to mind for me is just comprehensive. Aside from the one lapse in concentration that led to the goal for Birmingham, I think Tormenta really in total control throughout the night, moving the ball around nice and sharp, creating quality chances. See one from Phelps there. And really playing the style that Coach Millerese and Coach Gonzalez want to see. And that's just dominating football in all aspects of the game. So I think from the coaching staff to the players, job done tonight.
Tormenta getting 2 goals in the first half, 2 in the second. There was the one Birmingham goal as it went off the foot of Phelps, but Tormenta just unfazed. They came right back. That goal right there was the backbreaker as Vigneault stuck it in off the pass from Arslan. And Tormenta would cruise from there. Mikey Rowe gets his first goal, I believe, of the season a little bit later. And James Teal continued to play hard. Ayososu did as well. Yaya Cisse coming in late, doing some nice work for Tormenta. Cedro Martinez, and this was the goal by Mikey Rowe, just clinical.
Yeah, great finish into the far post there, and very deserved 3 points for Tormenta once again.
4-1 the final score. Tormenta FC over the Birmingham Hammers. Be sure and join us on Facebook Live for our Powerade Player of the Match post-game show. For Jared Odenbeck and our fabulous crew here at the Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center, I'm Drew Felios saying so long from Statesboro.